this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the full moon that is going to be happening in Virgo. Now, full moons are an accumulative energy, and in Virgo, it's in an energy source that is asking us to be critical of our situation, our routines, our rituals. It's asking us to be responsible, take a look at the day-to-day routines, make sure that we're living up to our expectations. It can make us, very mindful of how we appear and how we come off to others and how we're perceived. It can make us want to, deal with health problems, start making doctor's appointments. It can make health concerns come up and accumulate to the point where we have to take care of them. We can't ignore them. It can make some issues with medications or with our health regimes come to kind of a critical point where we have to maybe think about something, turn it around, take a look at a different medication to possibly increase our health standards. Some sort of, there can be mental sensitivities that come up at this point. You could be hypercritical energy can become very acute in this energy. As far as in the cumulative part of that energy and in a negative vibration. A lot of energy happens around a full moon in Virgo. So stay tuned and I'm going to tell you how this is going to affect your sun, your moon especially, and your rising sign. Hi Aries, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the full moon that's going to be going in Virgo today. And for you, your ruler is in the transformative part of your chart, so you know that you're making a lot of changes, but it's squaring off with this full moon. So to me, what this suggests is that there could be some sort of routine or ritual that you need to change in order to make the energy turn around. It's an accumulative energy, so I think it's something that you're very well aware of in your life that you need to manifest change in, except for you could just be putting it off. It could be a health concern that gets to that critical point where you absolutely need to do something about it. For some of you, it could be rituals about, issues having to do with addiction, issues having to do with poor coping methods. I want to say that to me, this has a sort of the feel that I have is it's a past-based issue that keeps reoccurring over and over again, but it's accumulating, it's coming to a head, and it's manifesting at this point, and it's being illuminated so that you take a look at it. Now, the positive vibration in this is that Jupiter is a beneficial planet, and so it is also encouraging you to take a look at your routines. So there's two ways you can take a look at your routines. You can either be forced to, and the accumulative energy could make you have no choice but to change these things, and it could be quite alarming what you may have to endure in order to manifest this change. It could be, like say if you have some sort of addictive tendency and it is starting to take a toll on your health, that's the kind of forced change that you might have to endure during this type of energy. But for some of you, there is just a sense that mentally you want to make these changes. You're willing to commit to some sort of ritual that creates a positive change in your life regarding your health, your mental well-being, your physical well-being. For some of you, what could come up is just the sense that you need to start moving away from the past and moving toward the routines of setting up a future. We're in all this really forward-thinking energy, so we're moving away from anything that is like sucks us into some sort of subconscious block or a poor coping method. So I think many of you are starting to experience that. I do think for many of you, what's going to come up in this moon is just the impact. There's going to be something that's going to be a sudden impact, an expansion in an area where you can't deny that you need to make this change anymore, because Jupiter does have that expansive quality, and it is in mental health, rituals, in physical health. So it could be something that just is alarming and comes up and gives you no choice but to change it. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Taurus, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the full moon that's going to be happening in Virgo. Now for you, your ruler's in a lovely mood. It is having a great conversation with the planet Mercury. So these two are very personal planets. So what's coming up for you is very personal in this accumulative energy. I think what's coming up in this energy is just a mental alertness that there is some changes that are coming, and the changes are going to be happening in those career, life path, destiny circles. And I believe what you're starting to feel is the need to make the changes. You want to take the risk. You're feeling a little energized in this energy. So the cumulative energy is you're ready. You're ready for whatever challenge is coming your way, and you're ready to change that whole career, life path, destiny in order to make that happen. There's lots of ideas that are coming in at an alarming speed, and you're trying to decipher them, and it's really super stimulating and fun. And what I think this has to do with is just that need to change your life and create a whole new solid foundation for you. For some of you, these changes are so big, and for some of you, these are just fine-tuning and aligning you with the monetary gain after you make a few changes. But it is very, very stimulating. When you have the planet of pleasure, your planet, in a beautiful conversation in a conjunct with Mercury, which is the way that you interpret your environment, the way that you think about everything. There's just a clarity in thought in this beautiful full moon. So for some of you, you could be at that point where you just were indecisive. You knew that things needed to change. You knew that you needed to maybe take a new job. You knew that you needed to go a new direction in your career, life path, destiny, but you didn't actually feel inspired by altogether anything. For some of you, that energy, the cumulative energy, is what's being illuminated is the fact that you have the initial spark, the passion, the pull for something. You know, Mars is in Scorpio right now, and there is a need to move forward. And we have all this Aquarian energy as well in this full moon. So this suggests that there's a ritual going to change. Perhaps in a career, life path, destiny, some of you are going to start to have to make a move that requires determination and dedication toward the goal, but it's very forward energy at the same time. I think for you, this is going to be a beautiful full moon. It's not going to be one of those cumulative full moons that provide endings that are very shocking for you. I think there could be sudden shifts and sudden changes in this transit, in this 30-day cycle, that may be quite unexpected, but very stimulating to in the same mindset. Like, it's not like these jolts are going to just, you know, be the Tower card and just blow apart your life. It's more like it's moving towards something and releasing yourself from the way that you used to hold yourself back psychologically in an inability to make a decision. You are now aligned fully with what you got to do. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Gemini, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the full moon that's going to be happening in Virgo. Now for you, the energy is beautiful. You have your ruler in a lovely conversation with the pleasure-seeking planet of Venus. And right now, both your ruler and Venus are having a lovely conversation between the two of each other about progressive energy, moving forward, stimulating, lots of ideas, lots of thinking outside of the box. You're ready to make changes. This energy is just one of those energies that really makes the air kind of flow successfully in your mind. Like, your thoughts are very aligned with what you want to do. And there's just a sense of peace and happiness. Relationships for you could be on fire. They could be very the relationships that you are establishing might be stimulating your mind. In fact, I think for many of you, it's not might, they are. They are expanding you. The types of relationships, partnerships, and unions that you're attracting right now are relationships that are karmic. They're intended to expand and ask you to stretch your boundaries, ask you to, develop almost a progressive mindset. Now, Saturn is in a delicious mood with this full moon, and it is in a glorious sextile with your ruler. This suggests to me that for many of you, it's not about thinking anymore. It's about doing. It's about having conversations. It's about having the confidence to make the decisions. It's about the energy that it takes to make progression happen. Saturn is benefic in this energy. It is not an obstacle, which means that if you show Saturn the discipline to move forward, relationships, especially partnerships and unions, are going to be opportunistic in this energy for you, in this cumulative energy. So for some of you, relationships are progressing and moving forward. Some of you may be wanting or planning to make trips with this person. Some of you are having like some sort of attraction to maybe multicultural relationships, and they're expanding you to like new foods and new ways of thinking, and their culture is really expanding your interests. Lots of expansive conversations with others that you're attracting into your life. Some of you could be going back to school in this energy and really starting to open up your possibilities for partnerships as you start to meet people in environments that is in a learning environment, which is your favorite environment to be in. This isn't about creating that life where you are trying to make it conservative and conventional. Everything that's going on in this energy is probably something you've never done before, something you've never thought about, concepts you've never contemplated before, relationships that, have some sort of unconventional or some kind of twist to them that make them super stimulating. You kind of like a little bit of a flare of drama. You're going to get that in this energy to stay engaged. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Cancers, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the full moon that is going to be happening in Virgo. Now, full moons are a really big deal for you. Every time you go through a full moon, it's kind of like an ending to a thought process. Every time you go through a new moon, it's like the beginning. The moons are powerful to you. They speak especially to you because they're your ruler. And so every single month you get a brand new stimulating thought process. And, when we hit the full moon, you get an answer or an accumulative energy to that thought process. So you're very blessed that way. Now, as you all know, full moons are endings, cumulative energy. And for some of you, and many Cancers experience a lot of waves with the moon. They can get very, very overstimulated by the new moon and then very let down by the full moon. So this is one of those moons that has an unusual twist to it. It's something that you've got to think about. This moon isn't going to want to encourage you to take a lot of extreme risk, although you're going to feel kind of compelled to, with all of this Aquarian energy, to stay in the high vibration of this energy and not have the full moon bring some sort of cumulative energy that causes you some sort of painful revelation, and maybe some secret revealed that proves that risk was not good for you to take. What you're going to want to do is really concentrate on patience, endurance. You're going to want to ground your energy. You're going to want to embrace the earth energy and slow yourself down, become very detail-oriented in this energy, be mindful of all of the details and everything. Do not get lost in the ability or the need to want to escape the reality, because Neptune is conjunct the full moon. So you are feeling this you're very intuitive in this energy and a very high vibration. So for many of you, what could come out or be revealed in this energy is that intuitively you know something isn't right, something is being unsaid, something's not said. When Mars is in Scorpio and it is squaring off with your full moon, that is secretive energy, could come out in this energy, an ending to deception, an ending to a mindset where you can't move forward, and so you were very hopeful. For some of you, this is you're just so caught up in the mental stimulation, the expansion, the belief system that everything is going in a different direction. There's a peace and tranquility and a high vibration in this that is very calming for some of you. But you have to let go of expectation, overstimulated energy, forward fire energy is not going to be your highest energy. Somebody could come out, Venus is right now conjunct with Mercury. So there's lots and lots and lots of ideas, lots of information coming in. And it could be from a lot of different sources that could be unusual sources. Multimedia might be one of those sources that might bring you an unpleasant, a tidbit of information. This could be something to do with some sort of pleasurable experience. Maybe there's a partner that's just pushing your boundaries, pushing you to the extremes, and maybe you find something that their boundary is just a little too out there for you, and you need to pull back the reins and say, this is my one boundary I actually don't cross. And you have enough voice in this energy with all of this Aquarian, energy to try to stand up at times. It's debatable energy. So it's going to feel like if something comes up, you're very hypersensitive. Be very mindful of your water energy, fellow water energy being squared in this full moon. And this is just one of those full moons where I would say sit back, be observant, let the depths of the emotional energy guide you as you are really in tune with your intuitive side, and really trust your gut in this, and follow your gut more than follow all of the hot air that's going to be blowing around from all these different sources, because I think intuitively you're going to be more on than the sources that are coming at you. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Leo. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the full moon that is going to be happening in Leo. Now for you, this is going to be happening in a place where we are trying to assess what we value, who we value, and why we value it. Now, the sun is going to be in Aquarius, and this is the opposite energy of Leo. And so it is in opposition with the full moon that's going to be happening in Virgo. So there's a lot of information coming in, and you're trying to figure out a lot of stimulating ideas. There's a lot of creative energy pulling you in lots of different directions, and you really need to hone in on what you originally valued about a goal and stick toward that. A creative process, a mindset. You really want to just not become overly stimulated in this energy. This energy is making you highly intuitive because the sun is going to be conjunct with Neptune and Pisces. And so there's a feeling of a sense that intuitively you're being guided to something. I would definitely trust that. I would, because there is some sort of alignment with you, with some sort of destined thought process, and it's cumulative, so it's very peaked in this energy. It's a great energy if you're looking for some guidance on a direction to go. This is a great you know, if you do meditation, this is a great time to meditate and really clear your mind and attach to energy in the right way. Now, understand you could feel a little off in this energy. You know, when Aquarius is in this energy, you're attracting kind of conversations that provide you to want to debate. They make you want to debate. They make you want to stand up. It provides the opposing opinion for you. That is very good, because opposition is where we often find the middle ground. If we just had our point of view, then we would never seek another point of view. And if we had a complete opposite opinion, then we find somewhere to meet in the middle. And that's a great way to entice ideas, entice mindset. So you may be getting a lot of controversial conversations with people challenging you, especially in partnerships, where you have to step back and you have to look at it from their perspective, look at it from your perspective, and somehow meet in the middle. That's really keeping this energy, this cumulative energy, in a high vibration. For some of you, a secret could come out. A family secret could come out, may make you want to question what the heck is going on. It may make you question what you valued about the relationships with those family members. And it may there may be some controversy and some debate about, you have to have some discussions, some uncomfortable discussions with some family members, because you feel like this has pushed some of the boundaries of even the relation. Even though they're your family, they still have boundaries that they've got to work in between for you to be comfortable. For some of you, this could be challenging some childhood issues, some psychological childhood deficiencies that come up during this, as you are forced to take a look at your relationships as they're progressing forward. It's actually creating a little bit of fear. When fear comes out, fear brings out all of our deficiencies. And so the cumulative energy, maybe something comes to a head in this, something comes out, something, evokes a little bit of fear. And there could be some regression in this energy, but that moon is stimulating you to pay attention. It's illuminating the dark psychological side of everything. It could be illuminating the dark family secret, the skeleton that nobody wants to talk about. It could be some sort of unusual dynamic that comes up in your relationship where you have to sit back and take a look at it and think, is this a boundary that works for me? It's it's challenging. You could be attracted to an unconventional relationship, but how far are you willing to go to maintain and stay in this unconventional relationship? It could test some of those things that you value about being in a relationship. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Virgos, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the full moon that is going to be happening in Virgo. And for you, this is your full moon. You get one full moon a year. It accumulates, it brings everything out, it illuminates it, even the darkest parts of it, so that you really, really are truly marching toward that correct goal. So cumulative energy is beautiful. I feel very confident that you're going to have a lovely lunar experience. Mercury is going to be having a delicious conversation with Venus, and this is about setting you up for positive outcomes. This is about aligning you with positive rituals. This is about, creating some sort of health regime that creates successful outcomes. This is about saying, you know what, if I think I'm too heavy, I'm going to attach to this for the next year. I'm going to attach to this ritual, and you could have a very beautiful, successful time at creating that goal. This is great energy for that. Saturn is in a delicious mood. So I believe that you're going to have a lot of support from family. For those of you that need somebody to help you, like say if you have a spouse and you want to start to go work out to get your health back to normal, you're going to have the right support system at home to help pitch in with the activities, just the general daily stuff, because you're taking time away from your normal schedule and maintaining all of that. Work is also really beautiful and fabulous in this. This is very creative energy. It's motivating, lots of stimulating conversation and progressive ideas. Unconventional thinking is really positively stimulating a lot of that intellectual energy. You're attracting people to your life that provide unusual perspectives, and through that and your grounded earth energy, there is some sort of idea that could fester within from all of this stimulating energy that could create some forward energy that is super positive in the year to come. Now, there is a lot that is going to be asked of you in this lunar experience, and one of them is to really evaluate your health. For you, for some reason, I feel this as being physical health and not so much mental health. So for you, what I think you need to really do is take a look at your appearance. What can you do to spruce it up? What kind of ritual can you do every day that helps you feel good about you? I think that's super positive in this lunar experience. I feel like you're balanced enough to take on this burden. I think you're determined enough. We've got Mars and Scorpio. We've got Venus and Mercury. And so really, honestly, if you set your mind to something, you have the passion and the fire behind it to actually take action and create a positive outcome. Anyhow, guys, I hope you enjoy your full moon, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Libra, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the full moon that is going to be happening in Virgo. Now for you, this is going to be happening in that quiet part of your chart where you are going to be thinking about things and kind of working behind the scenes. Now, you're thinking about taking a risk, but I think there's some secretive aspect to it where you're not going to make everybody privy to it, especially a partner. There could be some sort of unconventional relationship that's catching your eye, a romantic interest for some of you that are single, that I think the dynamic is you need to sit back and evaluate and wait for the right time to kind of make your move. There's an element of unpredictability about this outcome that I see. There's some sort of risk involved with this particular endeavor if you do tend to focus on it. So what I want you to do is not be so passionate and headstrong and just go for it without thinking about the consequences of your actions, even though all of you is going to be compelled to embrace all this fire energy, and you're going to be compelled to make this sudden move with all of this Aquarian energy buzzing around. The cumulative energy in this is that I think that there is some sort of revelation. You're going to get some sort of clarity as to when to make that move. It could be that something is catching your eye, and maybe they're in the middle of a divorce, or they're just separated. And so you may have to wait for, I don't know, the timing to be a little bit right. It's super risky right now as it stands. So I think what you're doing is just making a plan. For some of you that are in relationships that are established, I think what you're doing is you're really trying to get somebody on board with a progressive mindset, and you're having to have conversations in roundabout ways to get the information that you desire to make sure that you get to move forward. For some of you, this could be up and planning a sudden trip for you and a loved one, or a sudden trip for yourself that you've been doing behind the scenes. And the cumulative energy is you're ready to let them know that, hey, I've been planning this for a while. Surprise, here you go. Let's go away together. Let's take this all to the next level. Take that risk and let them know that there's more to come, and it's really exciting. This is also beautifully creative energy. It is Venus working in a really beautiful high vibration. It's a little bit of emotional detachment with some sort of pleasure seeking. So this is very benefic energy. It's very abundant energy. I really deeply feel that this is wonderful for you. What I think there is just some sort of peace. There's a lot going on in your mind that I don't think that you're willing to let others in on, but it's very creative, very progressive, it's stretching and the boundaries of something that I think that you feel incredibly deeply passionate about. And you may be trying to align yourself with a partnership that really allows this energy to actually, take off and manifest. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Scorpio. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the full moon that's going to be happening in Virgo. Now for you, your ruler is squaring off with this lovely event. So, what this says to me is that I think if some of you are wanting to move forward and you're wanting to make a change in a ritual, especially if it has anything to do with like a friendship. So say you like a friend and the concept is you guys are just friends. Maybe you guys just only talk on social media. Maybe you're starting to feel really attached to this person. It could be somebody that's in a social circle that you're starting to feel very accepted. Feelings are starting to accumulate. They're starting to manifest. They're starting to become much more than just a friend in this energy. I believe what's going to happen is something could come out around the full moon that may make you have to back off a little bit from that. So my advice to you would be watch your friendships in this energy. Something could come up, especially if it's regarding social media or if it's regarding somebody in your social circle that you kind of have your sights locked and loaded on. Hang back a little bit and see if something comes up in this progressive energy. Also, this is beautiful energy if you're willing to take a risk. The risk is the fact that you could let yourself be a little bit vulnerable in this energy. I do want you to be mindful of the fact that the risk that I see as being positive in here is creative energy. It's expression. It's compassion. It will make you very compelling to who you are trying to embrace. Any sort of humanitarian cause is absolutely the most beautiful form of this energy. So anything that you do that is beneficial to children, anything that you do that is beneficial to like a sibling or a family member, all of those energies are going to keep you in that high vibration. It's going to create opportunity. It's going to create acceptance. It's going to create warmth, and you're going to be very compassionate in this energy. But it's going to illuminate that. You're going to feel compelled to go ahead and be a support system for somebody and take that risk and stand out and have a voice for that person if it's somebody that needs it. The negative vibration in this is that, there's still some ritual, something you're still psychologically holding on to that you are not willing to let go, and it's holding you back, and that can be illuminated. It could be a conversation with a friend. They could have some sort of unique perspective on the ritual that you're doing, and it could be just it's going to be an uncomfortable conversation for some of you with a friend, with somebody that is observing you, somebody that you care about impressing. And they could have a conversation with you that kind of brings the realization to the head that you do need to make this drastic change. You do need to do something different. It could come from a very unpredictable source, but a source that you value enough have that impact on you. But it's still a very progressive energy either way. All this is doing is illuminating this part of you, this deficiency, so that you can create progressive forward movement, because that's all Aquarian energy is just progressive concepts and theories. And so it stimulates your mind to take a look at what you're doing, to hold yourself back, and it's illuminating the thought process to want to prevail and move forward. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Sagittarius, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the full moon that is going to be happening in Sagittarius. Now for you, all of this is still happening in your 10th house. You know, you're still looking at your career, life path, destiny, but you have a lot going on. A lot's going to be illuminated in this particular full moon for you. Now, you have been so focused on a particular area of your life that I believe that there are some areas of your life that are starting to become deficient. And so as life, as it has it, life tries to create balance and a sense of homeostasis in your life at all times. And so if you're intensely focusing on one area of your life, that's when we often get these reality checks in a different part of our life, so that we pay attention to everything and everything gets the same amount of energy. So for you, I think it's hard. You have so much expectation of yourself in this energy. There's so much pressure to create an outcome, and something I think you feel very passionate about, and something that I think that you feel very destined to do. But, you know, it takes away a lot of energy from your home and family environment. It takes away a lot of energy that you would be spending toward pleasure seeking and feeling good about your life, feeling good with somebody, exchanging ideas, validating them. You're so caught in the fact that you know the direction to go that it could be hard to validate the fact that other people in your life who are sharing this experience with you actually have really progressive ideas and could give you some sort of morsel or information that may be very, maybe those pieces that you're missing as you're overthinking and trying to strive for that progressive thought process. It could mean that, you get very ego oriented in this energy, and, it could be that the project or the way that you see your creative project going, or the way you see your business going, or the way you see taking that risk going isn't going quite your way. It's a little bit of an ego blow in this energy. Just know that if energy comes up and it's cumulative and it's negative, and it creates an ending or it creates an obstacle or a limitation, what that just means is that we need to go in a different direction. And so for you, just be mindful of that and let that happen. Let that validate that if something comes up, it could just very well mean that you need to just change your direction a little bit. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Capricorn, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the full moon that's going to be happening in Virgo. Now for you, this is going to be happening here's what I see happening. For some of you, a goal regarding school or education or expanding your theory or thought processes, or you're writing that big paper, or this big research project that you're on, it is really consuming your thoughts. And so there's a lot of needing to you need to pull back, you need to reassess, you need to rethink some things, and you need to just align yourself with whether you're going in the right direction. Expansive energy can expand the energy so much that it creates all of this overstimulation, especially when we're talking about in our thoughts and in our concepts and our theories. Like there's so many good ideas right now. so many directions to go that it could be quite frustrating to try to figure out the absolute direction for you. And you like to go in a specific direction, and you like to trust that that direction is the right source for you. But there's a lot of mental expansion in this energy, and great ideas are coming at you at the speed of light. And so I think it's just you need to pull back, reassess, and just think about what you value. Align yourself with what mentally brings you peace. Think things through. Don't become so fire-based in this energy, because there's a lot of energy and fire for you, stimulating you to make some changes. I think family is a wonderful source for you at this point. I think it at least gives you the foundation and the basics for you to, you know, not have to deal with that part of your life, because if we have to deal with all aspects of our life, it can be kind of difficult. I think where we can go right is the fact that there's all these things and goals that we have, and some of these may be past based, and it's like, which way do you go? Which is the progressive mindset? It can be difficult to understand, because as you attach pleasure to anything that was in your past, it could be hard to disassociate that pleasurable experience, or that need for that pleasurable experience to be validated, to be able to move forward and to move away from. So I think some of you, as you're expanding and as you're attracting relationships that are expanding you, as you're expanding your circle of friends, you know, as you're talking and being stimulated, there's just so much mentally going on that I think it's just the cumulative energy in this is that you may just feel a little bit aloof, may want to withdraw, may want to pull back, and you may want to kind of just march to your own beat in this energy, which the cumulative energy is, that could be off-putting for some, because they're so used to you wanting to engage and be the leader, and you know, you're really fun. But in this, there's so much internally going on. I think the cumulative energy is just telling you, hey, I'm at a limit here mentally. I'm expanding too fast, and intuitively, because the sun and Chiron are conjunct, I think you just know that there's a lot that you need to figure out mentally before you can progress forward. Some of you could be having conversations about, you know, issues with your siblings, issues with, you know, some sort of person from your past that really honestly you used to resonate with, but now you guys, it's like you're growing and they're not. So for some of you, it could just be the fact that you have to change your circle of friends, or you have to change the direction you're going so much so that some of you could feel that or experience that feeling of loss, especially if this has to do with anybody who's like an old childhood friend. It's just that your belief systems and concepts and theories are so different at this point. And your religious beliefs, perhaps some of you have a faith in something, and maybe that may challenge some people that don't have faith in their life. And so there's just this need to kind of figure everything out and figure out what you want to do before you move forward. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Aquarius, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the full moon that's going to be happening in Virgo. Now for you, you're at a point in your life, the cumulative energy is change and progression. You're very aligned in this energy. You have the way that you're thinking and interpreting information, and the messages that are coming to you are all Aquarian based. So you're very aligned with what you need to do. The ruler that rules love and pleasure is in your energy. And the sun is in your energy right now, conjunct with Neptune and Pisces. So to you, I think there's just a lot of clarity in your mind about where and how you need to progress, and where you need to create opportunity, and how you want to create that opportunity. So change is on the horizon for many of you. The cumulative energy is you're just about ready to experience this change, or this desire to change it, or you're going to start to want to take a risk toward that. This is hopeful energy. This is destined energy. Karmic energy is associated with this energy. The problem is that if some of you are still at this point holding on to past-based mindsets, how you identified yourself in the past, blending in, being accepted in social circles, not standing out. For some of you, it could be hard to let go and develop that unique perspective. And there's a sense of loss when you do that, because there's a sense of, as you move forward and you progress, some people may not be able to come with you on your journey. So I think for some of you, that can be quite unsettling. As you try to move away from trying to control a past-based mindset or endeavor, or a past-based relationship, and you just accept the fact that progression means loss and that you get to move away from it. I think it can be very difficult. I think when you're conscious and you're moving forward and you are in tune with your thoughts and in tune with the energy, I think you stay in the high vibration. I think what happens is when you're, it's at night, when you're alone and you're thinking about it and you're thinking about loss, and it starts to suck you into the lower vibration. So I don't think this is like in the daytime when you're out there. I just think it's more that energy of when you're alone. So I'm hoping that the cumulative energy is that the healing starts to come in when you start to work out some of your demons, when you start to face them, you start to understand that there needs to be a death to these demons, and that in order for you to have progressive mindsets, progressive relationships, hopeful relationships, destined unions, opportunity, that you need to just fully let go of some of the things that created problems. You can't get hung up on lack and loss and where you failed, because that's an energy block and you don't want to get caught there. So the cumulative energy for you guys is, it's time to expand, and you know it, and it's time to make that change. It's time to let go. It's time to move away from. There's an ending so that there can be this beautiful, beautiful transformative beginning. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, dear Pisces. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the full moon that is going to be happening in Virgo. Now, your ruler is conjunct with the sun. So, guys, this is big time progressive energy. This is lots of change, lots of unpredictable opportunity in something that you deeply desire. So if you really, 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 really align your energy with what you desire and you hone in on it, you could create some sort of sudden change that creates that opportunity in your life. You're going to be attracting relationships, partnerships, and unions that have some sort of future-based tendency to them, or some sort of future-based mindset. Expansive qualities could be unconventional relationships, unique perspectives on a relationship. It could be the start of the way that they start out as a little strange. But they're very interesting relationships, and they are going to help you do one of two things. The relationship is going to provide you the emotional acceptance, and that is going to provide you the courage that you're going to take to make some of these big changes that are on the way. And it's also going to move you away from places where you hold yourself back and limit yourself, because there's some sort of confidence that's established from these relationships. And anytime you get really into a relationship and your energy goes into that really high vibration, progressive energy soon follows, and success follows right after that. So the cumulative energy is a relationship is going to stretch some boundaries. You're going to have to make some decisions, and it's very confusing energy right now because your ruler is conjunct with what you passionately desire. So if some of you don't know exactly what you desire, it can be highly confusing energy, and you may have some sort of unexpected epiphany in this energy. That's the cumulative illuminated energy in this. For some of you, it could mean that a job or career goal or a career change actually changes the entire dynamic of a relationship, and in tune, there could be an ending to that relationship as you move toward a goal, and that could cause you to feel unsettled in this energy. So some people are definitely going to experience, some Pisces out there are going to experience endings, and some of you may experience connections, unions, people from your past reuniting, soulmates, destined soulmates. For some of you, that's twin flame energy, if that's what you believe in. But it's beautiful energy as you move forward, as Neptune is in here bringing this karmic flair to this beautiful full moon. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event.